Hello, Matthew Williams and Angel. I think she's there. Hang on, you see? Yes. I'm going to hold her because she knows this is about to happen. But this is not going to hurt. But she still doesn't like it because sometimes it sort of tugs a little bit on the fur. So I try to do it as quietly and sedately as possible, so I keep it nice and quiet. See, she's looking away. Come here then. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, poor baby. She hates it so much. Sit down then. Look at this now. Sit down then. Sit, sit, sit. Good girl. Sit there then. Sit there. Come on. Come on in. I'm not going to say the, because I haven't got any up here, but I will in a bit. Sit down then. Sit, sit, sit. Sit over there then. Sit, sit, sit. She's not having any of it. Right, come on. She's not having any of it. Come on. Come on. Ready? Come on. Put your bum down. Kiss him. Come on. It's not that bad. Nothing's happening yet, but you know, don't you? Come on. Come on. Wish I had a bloody you-know-what. Hang on, let me see if I've got one. Come on, there. Your fans are waiting here. Come on. No, they're downstairs. Right, okay. Let's just do it. Come on in. Come on in. I'll just hold her by the collar lightly because she will move around quite a bit. Oops. There we are. You really don't have to try that hard because, oops, a bit deep because it's on the surface. There's a bin here. This will fill up very quickly, but you. Bin. So the bin is right next to the dog. Watch now, this is right on the surface. Okay, now for anybody who thinks that I have not been looking after my dog, you know, they think, like, look at the state on that dog. Yesterday, there was just one or two which I plucked off. Today, it's like there. Look at this, man. Look at this here. You know, I don't know if you can see this. I don't know if you can see that. Let me turn the dog slightly. Here you go. Come here, come here, come here. Oh, you can see it now. Watch, watch, watch. Sit down then. Come here. God, you big lump. Sit down. Hey, hey. Sit down. Sit, sit, sit. Sit down. Good girl. Sit down. Sit down. I don't want to say there. Come on. Come on in. Come on. Good girl. There you go. Put your bum down. Good girl. Get your bum down then. Get that bum down. Go on. She's like, oh no. Come on. What's this? Look. What's this? Look. What's this? Bit of fur. Nope, she said not having it. Kiss, kiss then. She won't give me a kiss. She's not happy. She would have had a, you know what? Come on then. Oh, makes me feel so bad. Should go downstairs and get some. Okay. Anyway, she's going to go out for a WALK in a minute, so she'll be happy, but I just wanted to brush her, so let's just do this thing. So basically, lightly, don't have to go digging in and causing any pain because this stuff has literally risen to the surface. Let's get this nasty bit here, look. So, boing. You see that? Oh yeah, yeah. Boing, boing, boing. Look, without it, I can just do it with my hands. You know, I'll just do it with my fingers. Ping. Watch out. Ping. And it just comes off. You just go like pop, 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 and it just comes off. But this does do a little bit of a better job. It's down there. There you go. So anyway, oops, sorry. Sorry. If you'd only sit down, we could all see it. Oops, a lot better. Come on, sit down. Hey. Hey, sit down then. Do you want to go out? Do you want to go up a lane? Go up a lane? Go up a lane with balls? Sit down then. Sit down. Incentive. Sit down up a lane. Go on with balls. Want balls? Shut up. Come on, we've been saying it for ages. Sit down then. Sit down. Sit down. Oh God, I can't. Sit your bum down. Come on. She's like, nope. Nope. She's absolutely rigid. So you don't have to do the bits where you can't really feel it yet. It will be there, but it'll be quite hard to get it out. And what I suggest is you don't go along the back. You know, what you do is you get in and then you lift, because otherwise you're trying to drag this bit all the way through the other fur, and it's kind of like, it's got drag. You know, it's what you want to do is you want to separate it. So you go in and just lightly lift it up, and you don't cause pain. If you go along, you're trying to force it through the forest of other stuff. It doesn't really want to go. So just light, small, little things. And as you've seen before, she will be shedding probably about a bag of a day, like a bag of shopping. Oops, sorry. No, it doesn't really want to come out the back end yet. The legs are usually quite prolific, but when they shed, they do it twice a year, but different parts of the body shed at different times. So let's just check the rear end and the legs. Whoops. Right. Let's see if there's anything there. Again, very important to just ease it out. Whoops. Go. Oops. She says no. Just go in and pull out. You know, it's directly out 90 degrees. Oh, there's a bit. Look, there's a little bit. Ready? Don't go out now. Don't go out. Don't go out. Now, if you stay there, just stay there. Stay there. I wonder if you can see this. Oh, stay there. There's no room. Sit down. Stay there. Right, stay there. Stay there. Ready? Yeah. Let me. You do it with this hand. Ready? Do it with the other hand. Yeah, there you go. You see that? Not brilliantly, but it is there. Let's see if we can turn her a little bit. There's no room here. I say, stay there then. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, sorry. Oh, Christ. Get down, get down. Do 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 do. Yeah, good girl. You'll have a treat in a minute. We're going to take your treats. Take you downstairs for treats. Yes, we will. So, there's really no point in trying to force this stuff out, because it will make its own way out in its own time, and using very thin brushes just really makes it painful. You've got this type of brush. Oops. I'm a big fan and a big believer of this type of brush. They're excellent. Have a look at this. It's got loads of bristles and it retracts. If you push a button, it just retracts. So watch what happens if I use this one. So you tend to find you have to push, because it will ride across the surface. But if you push, there's a risk that these little sharp things are going to get in there. So all you can really do is just kind of nudge it along. There we go. There we go. And so I'll get rid of that. Okay. And then it's empty. Okay. Put that up. Now don't push too hard, because this one is dragging. It doesn't pull out like the other one. So I have to kind of go along, and then what you can do, and then it's like that. So these ones are better when they're not molting. So I'll try a little push, but I'm not going to go too hard, and I'll show you it doesn't really work. It tends to ride across the surface. Oh, there we are. So it is. But to be honest, that's for a lot of push and a lot of effort, which could end up hurting the dog. You only get that much, right? So let's see. Now you do have to push to get that, and the dog gets frustrated when you do it. But with this one, you don't have to do much. You just go in and just sort of flick it out like that. So it's basically very quick. Honestly, that's about as much as we had before, right? But with much less effort. So you're in and out. So you go like in like that, at that sort of angle, down a little bit, and then just straight out, just like that. So you're just sort of lifting the fur up. There you go. And once it starts to sort of tuft out, initially it sort of goes no, and then it starts to move to the surface. And you can see there's a patch there now, and then eventually it comes to the surface, and then one of them will go boing, and it'll all come out. So you're kind of moving it from the deep level out to the surface, and it doesn't want to go, but the fur is just sticking up now. Next one will actually be the one where it brings it out, so you can ease it. Oops, sorry, she didn't like that. Just ease it and let it kind of do its own thing rather than forcing it, because if you go in and you force it, it's going to be like matted fur going, yeah. But all you have to do is just wiggle it around and pull, and it will find its own, there we are, natural way through the forest. So if I pulled now, that would hurt, but if I go left and right a little bit, oops, if I go sort of in there, and that's too much, well, don't go in so deep, so go back to the same area, go in more at the surface, pull the surface out a couple of times like that, and just move quicker. Sorry babes, just move a bit quicker rather than trying to go in deep. Just go surface, 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 and it will naturally just find its own level and get down. But you don't have to go deep in pull, because they don't like that. Just go surface, 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 surface. Oops. See, I was going to just about to go in deep with that one. So I'll do is I'll stop. I'll go in on the surface, 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 and it just gets out the little knots and combs. There you go. There you go. Now, I don't think you can do that with the other one, because it's got so many bristles. It's got so many bristles that it just gets completely matted in there, and it won't move sideways, and it can't move 90 degrees outwards. It tends to ride its way through. There you go. So again, you just kind of near the surface. There's a nasty one there. Get your tail out. There's a nasty one there. But I can't do it, so I'm just going to go on surface, 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 down, back up again, surface, 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 oops, down, and then remember to clean the brush even though there's not much on it, because it does kind of clog it up and make it harder to go through. So by releasing the fur off the brush, oops, there we are. There's a classic example there. This is all like buffed up now with the fur that wants to come out, but it didn't come out on the first attempt, so it's coming out on the second. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh God. Now it's really starting to show itself. Boing. This is the stuff that hasn't even presented itself to the surface yet, but wants to come out. And this is why dogs, when they're molting, they often scratch themselves like that. And after they do, a couple of times, you see this big clumps on them. They're actually pulling it to the surface by doing the scratching themselves. There you go. Boing. No effort there at all. But she says, no, it's boring. I'm not getting any rewards. Right, stop there for the moment. Stop there for the moment. It's not so bad now. Not so bad. I'd say that's about a fifth of what needs to be done, but there's only so much attention span you can get with them. Right, we go for walkies now. We've been good. Thanks for watching. 13 minutes, bloody hell. God life. Yeah. Okay. Camera up. Thank you for watching. Bye.